been struggling to get a workout plan that suits your needs and is easy for you to follow? Or do you even know the basics of what you need to do whenever you try to start working out in the gym? Today, we're going to address some of these topics, and hopefully you walk out today being able to create your own workout plan that you can use to kickstart your fitness journey. Hi everyone, I'm Chizzy and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, you are welcome, and if you've been here before, love you so much. So today we're going to go over how to make a workout plan for yourself. So a workout plan is basically a guide, right? So if you want to start, for example, losing weights, you need XYZ that tells you what to do in the gym in order to accomplish that goal. Well, for you to get to the side of the workout plan, we need to answer some questions for ourselves so we can figure out exactly what we're trying to get from this. So that's going to be the first part we would address, right? It's going to be things you want to consider before you go forward with creating a workout plan. So the first thing you want to consider is, what is your goal? And to me, I think this is probably the biggest one, right? So are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain weight? Are you trying to gain muscle? Are you trying to build discipline? Or is this more so for your cardiovascular health? These are some things you want to consider because your goal is going to determine the kind of fitness plan that you go on. And again, it doesn't have to be one or the other. For example, I'm currently on a muscle building slash, fat loss slash cardiovascular type of plan, and this is what works for me. So that's something you want to sit down and ask yourself, what exactly are your goals, and also, do you want to make this like a lifestyle thing, right? Because on one hand, some people have the goal of losing X amount of weight in a certain period of time. But for you, you also want to consider, is this something you're trying to, more so build up as a lifestyle? All right, the second thing you want to consider is, what do I like to do? So the biggest struggle people usually have with the whole fitness thing is not knowing what to do in the gym. It's actually staying consistent and showing up day after day, week after week, month after month in order to get the desired results and ultimately keep it as a good lifestyle. So in order to increase your chances of being as consistent as possible, you want to consider what are the things I even like to do in the first place, right? Do you enjoy lifting weights? Do you enjoy running? Do you like cardio, Pilates? Do you like dancing? You want to figure out what exactly are the kinds of workouts I enjoy so that is a part of your routine and it's something that you look forward to whenever you create your plan. My personal preference is weightlifting. I like that. It makes me feel strong, it builds muscle, also burns fat at the same time. So this is my preference, but I would like you guys to put in the comments. I'm actually curious, what is your favorite style of workouts that you enjoy and doesn't feel like such a hassle for you to do? All right, the next thing you want to consider is your fitness level, and we want to be absolutely honest with ourselves on this one. So think about it. Are you a beginner? Are you intermediate, advanced? Kind of think about where you fall on that spectrum. The thing is that if you're a beginner, you don't want your workout plan to be super complicated as that of an advanced person, because you're going to get frustrated and you're going to eventually give up. Meanwhile, the idea is to start from ground zero and start to build your way up until the point that you feel confident. So just be honest about yourself about where you stand on that on the spectrum. Of course, if you're a beginner, your focus is going to be on making your form good so that you can continue to progress in weights. And then if you're advanced, you probably already have experience with the how to perform the exercises, so you're probably looking to go a little harder. Intermediate is somewhere in that sweet spot. You could be getting some new exercises that you might have to learn for the first time, or you could just be trying to advance what you've already built on. So yeah, be honest with yourself about this part. What is your beginner level so that you can get a good idea of where you're going to be starting. Another thing that you want to consider is, what does your schedule look like? So if maybe you're someone who hasn't been consistently working out, you need to find a time of day where you're going to actually dedicate time to work out, right? Because it's not going to be this magical vacuum that just opens up. You need to be like, okay, I go to work from X time to Y time, so I'm able to work out during this pocket of time. So you need to plan out that time, and maybe you say on Monday to Thursday, I go to the gym at 7 a.m. Just throwing out a random time out there. But that way you've set yourself up for success by actually knowing when exactly you're going to use this workout plan, because it's not just the workout plan, it's not just the exercises, right? You actually have to do them. So in order for you to do them, you need to make the time available for that. So that's what I want you to think about. So what does your schedule look like, and when can you fit your workout in? It doesn't have to be the same time every day. It just has to be something that works for you and something that you can be consistent with. Of course, you want to consider how many times, in a week can I work out. Now let me comment on this, because this is sometimes where people stumble. I see people, for example, New Year has come and everyone is like, oh, I'm going to work out every day 7 times a week. That is you setting up yourself for failure, because you're probably going to do that this week and next week, and then you're going to stop doing it because it's not realistic for you to work out 7 times a week. You're going to get tired. So this is my suggestion. If you are just starting off, I would implore you to consider, 2 to 3 times per week. I think that's manageable. And then once you see you can keep that up, you're further motivated to move on to like 4 or 5 times per week. I probably wouldn't do 6 times, more than 6 times a week, because your body also needs time to rest so you can heal and get the benefits from your workouts. Also, a bonus thing you probably want to consider is, what style of workouts do you like? When I use the word style, I mean, do you prefer to train your full body every day, or do you prefer to like train targeted groups? So for today, you work on your glutes, tomorrow you work on your biceps and triceps, things like that. So with this one, my personal preference is to train certain groups, because that way for example, I train my legs, and I have time for my legs to rest before I have to go into my next leg session, because in between I'll probably do like an arm workout or something. So just kind of rotating the days like that. Unlike if I did a full body workout 4 times a week, then my body's not going to have time to heal, because every part of my body is working every day. So I hope that makes sense. It's just like a style preference. Of course, the recommended thing is going to be splitting out your workout by muscle groups. So that's just something to consider. This is particular to weightlifting, by the way. So let's move on to the next part of the video, which is going to be terminologies. So if you're going to get into any workout plan, most likely you're going to have to lift weights. So if you've never really done this before, or you're still a beginner and it's kind of like, oh, I don't know what we mean by reps, sets, and all of this, that's what I kind of want to explain now, so that whenever you do create your workout plan, you understand what we're seeing on the plan. The first term I want to explain is reps. So we usually hear the word reps, right? And reps simply means repetition, but a rep is just one performance of an exercise. So if I was doing push-ups, one push-up is one rep. And I might say, oh, in this stretch of work, I'm going to do 10 reps. So that means I'm going to repeat that push-up 10 times. So that's what rep means, just one movement of whatever exercise you're doing. On the other hand, we have sets, and sets are a group of repetitions, right? So like I said, if you're doing 10 push-ups, that's 10 reps. But what if I wanted to do 10 push-ups, I'm going to rest, and then I'm going to do another 10 push-ups? That would be 2 sets of 10 reps. The 2 sets comes from the fact that I'm going to be performing a stretch of push-ups 2 times, but then the 10 reps means each set I go into, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, I'm going to break, and then I'm going to go in my second set and then do another 10 push-ups. So this example I've just laid out is going to be 2 sets of 10 reps of push-ups. I hope that makes sense and it's easy enough to follow. Of course, you need to understand the term rest. Rest is just that break you take between your sets. So for example, if today I was going to do 3 sets of 10 back squats, so I will do my first set, I'm going to take a rest, I'll move into my next set, I'll take a rest, and then move into my last set. Of course, each set having 10 repetitions of the squats. Now the rest it varies. If you're doing a high intensity workout, your rest time will be much shorter, or you might have little rest. If you're doing a strength training program, then your rest could be 3 minutes and up. And if you're doing like a hypertrophy program, like muscle building, you're probably resting for about 1 to 3 minutes. So it just really depends on the program you're following. And then the last thing I want to explain is compound movements. And the reason I'm explaining this is because some of the exercises you would have in your workouts will be compound movements. And these are just exercises that recruit more than one muscle group at a time. So classic example is your squats. Whenever you squat, you're using your glutes, you're engaging your quads, you're engaging your hamstrings, you're engaging your core because you have to keep your core tight. So a squat is a very good example of a compound movement because it's not just working on like one particular muscle group. It's working on several different ones. Another example would be like a deadlift. A deadlift recruits your same thing, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, also really recruits your backs, your traps. So a deadlift is another good example of compound exercises. And the reason they're so great is because you're basically getting 2 for 1. So let's move on to the next part of the video, which is building a profile for our hypothetical clients, or in this case, yourself. I'm just going to be listing out some features I have created for my person, Layla. And this is what we're going to use to fill in Chat GPT, which is going to spit us out with a workout plan. So Layla is a single mother with 2 kids and she's 28 years old. So as you can imagine, she maybe doesn't have a lot of time because she's handling 2 kids without any assistance. So this is something to consider with the scheduling part. Her goal is to lose weight and build muscle and also maintain a healthy heart. Her interests, she is looking forward to getting into weightlifting, something she probably hasn't done in the past. And in terms of fitness level, she's a beginner, but she has worked out every now and then. However, she still considers herself a beginner. And of course, with her schedule, she says she can commit 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week. I think that's more than fair for someone who is busy and someone who is, trying to start out. It doesn't always have to be excessive. The most important thing is that you are able to do the workouts and it's something you can commit to. So I don't want you to pressure yourself and think you have to, pick out time slots of an hour and a half because that's what the fitness influencers are doing on Instagram. That's not how things work for regular people. So yeah, this is Layla. Layla is going to be our test today. So let's move on to the next part, which is putting all this information in ChatGPT so we can get our workout plan. So for those who do not know, ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence chatbot that uses natural language processing to create human-like, dialogue and interactions. So basically you can go into ChatGPT and type in why is the sky blue, and it's going to come up with something based on all the data that it has been fed. All right, I have my laptop open. I'm going to go ahead and log into ChatGPT. So okay, so we're in. Remember our single mother of 2 kids who is 28 years old. We're going to put in her information based on, the specifications she has decided for herself, and then it's going to help us get a workout plan. What I want you to do, of course, is have answered these questions, and maybe you can try to replicate what I'm doing so you can get a plan for yourself. So I'm going to say, I want to create a workout plan. This way we're telling it exactly what to kind of expect. I am a single mother and I'm 28 years old. My goal is to lose weight and build muscle while improving my cardiovascular health. Remember, these are the things the user wants. I'm going to tell you the style of workouts I want because there's so many things to choose from. So I just wanted to be clear on what I'm looking for. So I'm interested in weightlifting style workouts. I am a beginner. It also wants to know your fitness level. I am a beginner and I can commit 30 minutes for 4 days a week. Okay, so this part is important. Now we're prompting it to do exactly what we want. Please create a workout plan for me and put this in an organized table for me to follow. So yeah, that's important. You want it spits out whatever it comes up with. So I made sure to put the table part so that whenever you take this and you look at it, it's clear and it's not confusing. Okay, so I've put everything in and I'm going to hit send message and it's going to do its thing. Okay, so this is what it's done. It's given me a workout, right? It's told me, okay, blah blah blah, motivated me. And the workout, okay, so full body weightlifting, cardiovascular, full body weightlifting, cardiovascular. And it's some days, okay, it's not a bad work. This is actually a good workout plan. It lays out your sets and your reps. It tells you the rest between sets suggested, of course. It tells you the exercises to do. It's good, but I don't think it's strong enough. So let's prompt it a little bit more. So it's giving me some full body workouts. I think I want more muscle based things since I am trying to, build some muscle. So I would say I want more of a focus. I don't want to have 2 whole days for cardio, so I'm just saying cardio sprinkled in. Okay, so I'm trying to prompt it a little bit more. Let's send that off and see what it comes up with. Okay, so this is what it's come up with, right? Day 1, lower body and cardio. Day 2, cardiovascular. Day 3, upper body and cardio. Day 4, core and cardio. Okay, good. So we have 2 muscle building days and 2 mostly focused on cardio and core. If this is what you're looking for, I think this is great for someone who wants equal investments in weightlifting and cardio. However, I think our girl, she's probably looking to maybe adding another booty day in there. So what I'm going to tell ChatGPT is replace day 4 or day 2. Let's say day 2 since it's just cardio, no core. Replace day 2. Let's see. Actually, so let's replace day 4 with glute workouts and core. So that way she has time to rest after the first, lower body day and then can add in another glute workouts. So replace day 4 with a glute workout and core. Okay, so like we said, this is a beginner's workout, right? On the first day, lower body and cardio. They're doing squats, lunges, leg press, and then some cardio in there. I don't think that's bad. The next day we have some cardio, just walking or running, whatever you want to put in there. The third day we have upper body and cardio, push-ups, rows, bench press, and then mountain climbers or burpees, which also target your core. And then the last day we have glute bridges, Bulgarian split squats, and then we do some planks. Okay, so this workout, I really don't think it's bad. I think it's great for a beginner, someone who just wants to spend 30 minutes in the gym, which is what our girl wants. So I think this plan is perfect for her. She's hitting all her goals according to the questionnaire we laid out. It's very much hitting her goals, and I think this is very doable for her 4 times a week, every week. And of course, the more she progresses with this, then she can start to add more on, given, strength improvements and just time capacity. So overall, ChatGPT, I would say you've done a good job at giving us our workout plan. Of course, it gives us more information, telling us to warm up. For glutes, it's telling you to focus on your mind muscle connection, telling you to adjust your weights. This is great because it even gives you suggestion. Like someone who hasn't done workout before can look at this and understand where to start from. So I love this. Now, on the other hand of this, it's the exercises, right? If you've not performed a squat before, then you might be struggling with exactly how to perform these. So if you want information on how to, do these exercises correctly, you can check out some of my YouTube videos. I do have a lot of fitness content, or you can go on YouTube in general, just check how to perform a squat and then watch the video and keep practicing. Of course, the first time is not going to be perfect, so I don't want you to give up because of that. The point of this is to improve your form so that you get better and better going forward. And a lot of people say, I get this a lot from women, because for many years we've been intimidated by the lifting, like the weight room. There's all these men like just lifting heavy ass weights, and sometimes we get in there, we don't know what to do. This is a good starting point. Tell ChatGPT what you want. It's going to create a plan for you. And what I want you to do is go to the gym. If you're shy, just go in and pull whatever dumbbells you need and go to one corner. If that's what you need to start, it's better to start that way. That's just avoid the gym completely. Just because you're shy or you don't know what to do. If you have your phone with you, go on. If you don't know how to do the exercise, go on, look and see how it's being done. And then the last thing I want to address in regards to this is, how long should I keep following this plan? Typically, I would say 6 to 8 weeks is a good time to change your plan. And the reason is you want to give your body time to adjust to these movements. So the first time you do squats, for example, you might do it with 10 pounds. The next time you go in, you might try to improve your form, add a little bit more weights, just make it more challenging. So by the end of those 6 weeks, you've definitely seen an improvement, and then we can now try to maybe switch up your plan to further improve whatever goals you have. So that is my advice to you. But anyway, I hope this video was very helpful. I think this is something I would have needed if I was just starting off in the gym and I had no idea. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Like I said, check my videos. I do have more, fitness content that could be helpful for you. And thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, send this to someone who needs it. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.